for moderator for her time from here this time. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Now I present part of my research about bacteria in dairy milk. At this moment, I choose the title Presence of Methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus MRSA in dairy milk. Dairy cattle in Indonesia, according to the Directorate General of Agriculture, almost the province in Indonesia have the dairy cattle, but just 3 provinces that have a high population. And the first is Java, and the second Central Java, and the third is West Java. And my research, the sample of isolate carried out from this location, one from East Java and the second from Central Java. Sorry. Sorry. When we look at the dairy farm, we look the system in Indonesia, at least 2 types. And the first is modern system, and we look the modern system is neat, clean, and milking by machine. So contact between farmer and cow is decrease. And in this section, meanwhile, is in conventional farming system. We look that the condition is not clean, and the milking by hand. So the system make a farmer contact with the dairy cattle or an environmental is increased. So the condition make microbe more transmission possible to farmer and to dairy cattle. One of the problem in dairy cattle is mastitis. Mastitis means, what can I say, peradangan? Inflammatory in other of cattle. There are 2 types: clinical mastitis and subclinical mastitis. Clinical mastitis have no symptoms, and clinical mastitis, clinical that have symptoms, and the incidence is low, 4 till 7%. And subclinical mastitis have no symptoms, and the incidence is high, 75 until 91%. Both mastitis clinical and subclinical, causing the enormous losses in total productions and decrease quality production of milk and increase medical costs and culling dairy cattle. According to Growth and Growth 2003, there are many kinds of microorganisms that cause the mastitis. The first, Staphylococcus aureus, 20.85%, and then Escherichia coli, Streptococcus aureus, Staphylococcus coagulans negatif, Streptococcus dysgalactiae, Streptococcus agalactiae, Candida, others, and not detected. And how is how the bacteria cause mastitis in dairy milk in Indonesia? According to Wahyuni et al. 2010, bacteria that cause of mastitis both in clinical and subclinical are Staphylococcus 37.3% and Streptococcus 34.8%, coliform 7 and 8%, and the others is 21.3%. And presentase bacteria that isolated from clinical mastitis in milk, clinical mastitis, Staphylococcus aureus coagulase positif, Staphylococcus aureus coagulase negatif, Staphylococcus coagulase positif, and Staphylococcus coagulase negatif, and root gram positif, and Cocobacil. And the bacteria, persentase bacteria isolated from subclinical mastitis in milk, Staphylococcus aureus in high level, and Staphylococcus aureus coagulase negatif, Staphylococcus coagulase positif, E. coli, root gram positif, and Cocobacil. And how about the normal milk? In my mind, I think normal milk, there is no bacteria, but actually there is bacteria. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 kinds of bacteria in normal milk. And mastitis, internal treatment by antibiotics. There are many antibiotics that suggest for treatment mastitis: ampicillin, tetracycline, erythromycin, chloraphenicol, and gentamicin. And now is the sensitivity test to what as Staphylococcus aureus. Okay. From this result shown, ampicillin is tend to resistant. Ampicillin resistant to sensitive toward S. aureus. S. aureus tend to resistant to ampicillin, and the other is tend to still sensitive. And how about the other part? Staphylococcus sensitive test to ampicillin. There are many locations that have resistant to ampicillin, and then the high level is 85.71% from dairy milk in East Java. How about the tetracycline? The tetracycline still sensitive, and there is a high resistance, but it is not in Indonesia, but from Iran. Chloramphenicol almost still sensitive and almost 100%, so it's safe in Indonesia. And how about erythromycin? Erythromycin, so some resistant, but almost in high level, still sensitive. And gentamicin, there are many resistant from dairy in Yogyakarta, and then dairy from East Java, and from Sleman. We have many resistant to gentamicin too. We know antibiotic multi-drug resistant, AMR. And AMR occurs when microorganisms develop resistance to antimicrobials, making illness in human and animals harder to treat. And overuse and misuse of the antimicrobials in food as well as in plants are causing an increase in cases of AMR globally. When occurring in farm animals, where farmers often routinely give antibiotic to their livestock, such as resistant, can be transferred to human to the food chains or other routes. Multi-drug resistant Staphylococcus aureus (MRSA) is one of the Staphylococcus aureus strains that is resistant with methicillin. And today, MRSA has emerged worldwide as a zoonotic nosocomial pathogen in both human and animals. MRSA was detected for the first time in dairy milk with mastitis, and it was pathogenic bacterium to human. Generally, methicillin is not used for treatment of mastitis, especially in Indonesia, but MRSA has been recovered from dairy milk, and it has been isolated from milk. And how is MRSA in dairy cattle? According to Riva et al. 2015, 20% MRSA was found in raw milk, and according to Gadjah et al. 2012, 4.4% MRSA was found in pork milk, and according to Nomano et al. 2007, 3.75% MRSA in milk and dairy product was found. And how about methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus in dairy milk in Indonesia? We have done by 34 isolates of aureus, 12 isolates from Boyolali, 10 isolates from Pacitan, and 10 isolates made from Ponorogo, and two control of MFR, isolate, positive control, and one is negative control. The whole 32 Staphylococcus aureus isolate from dari cattle make from Boyolali, Ponorogo, and Pacitan at the end. Re-identification in blood agar plates and then gram staining. Catalase test, culture and mannitosome agar and focus cover medium. And in the interso isolate then test for its sensitivity by culturing the isolate into molar Hinton agar, and the inhibition zone was measured after incubating the media at 37 degrees Celsius for 18 until 24 hours using herbivore diffusion method. And molecular identification of S. aureus was conducted using PCR that detected the 23S rRNA gene, and detection of MAC gene, a target gene, was done using by PCR. Then the PCR product were sequenced to determine the nucleic acid order. And the result of this research, all isolate, 32 isolate, gram positive and catalase positive, MSA positive, and Fokker postcover positive, and all isolate as Staphylococcus aureus. There is the phenotype of Staphylococcus aureus, a gram positive, like a grape, and in MSR, S. aureus look yellow colony. And the phenotype Staphylococcus aureus in catalase test, bubble is positive, and the FIPET test S. aureus negative yellow and positive is red. Nah, identification of aureus by PCR or isolate detect of 23S RNA product 1250 per, and sensitivity test toward several antibiotics on molar Hinton agar. There is a medicine resistant to Staphylococcus aureus, and very sensitive 50%, and total medicine resistant is 50% too. Staphylococcus aureus sensitive level toward methicillin, penicillin G, and ampicillin are 50%, 50%, and 60.5 respectively, and whereas the other of resistant level from the highest number is ampicillin, penicillin, and methicillin. And identification of MAC again, there is no can MAC A was found in all of isolate, but the control is positive, and MAC again like researched by Rofilie and Khalil, 30.33%. There is no MAC gain A, and from Toru et al., there is no MAC A gain in high level, 83.33%. And the conclusion of the research, 50% Staphylococcus aureus found in dairy milk cattle is methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus and is resistant to both penicillin C and ampicillin. The MAC-A gene was not detected in all isolate, neither methicillin-resistant as aureus nor methicillin-sensitive as aureus. And suggested from this research, related to the increased level of Staphylococcus aureus resistant to various antibiotics, the antibiotic therapy on animal must be evaluated. And the antibiotic therapy that is not according to the dose and the period of administration will stimulate bacteria resistance. Besides the number of MRSA found that is up to 50%, must have more attention and consideration due to the potential zoonotic disease transmission to human, particularly in farmers, and need further research detection at the gene of confirmation why there is no MAC-A gene was detection. Thank you.